Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Trophy Titans is off to a great start in FC26, but that means other things for the market. Prices around this market are crashing due to the fact that these new icons and heroes are so packable and so cheap. I say it all the time. I'm okay with prices dropping on this market when it's because we get good content. That's what we had yesterday. Cheap icons and heroes in packs. We got two good SBCs, two good evolutions, and maybe, dare I say it, the most fun live event or cup that we've had this year for some of the stipulations that are required for it and how quick and easy it is to get done. We're going to take a look at that today and really try to answer the question, what happens next with the market? Some of these Trophy Titans cards, are they going to go up today or go down? Can we trade with them? The answer to that is yes, because these cards are amazing to make coins with. I'll talk about that. And what content are we going to get today on Saturday? Did we peak with day one Hazard and Kaká SBCs, or will the daily SBCs that EA dropped through the rest of this promo, as they've promised, deliver even more hype? Let's discuss, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up to the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, before we get into all the content that dropped yesterday on Friday with Trophy Titans, I'm going to be covering something later in the video that is a super easy coin making method with these Trophy Titans cards. I just bought a whole bunch of Soul Campbells for like 45,000 coins, sold them all at 60K, yet on the market, his going price is 50K. I'm going to talk about how that lazy listing or OP selling method works right now really well in this game. Also, if you see that I have 0 coins, it's because I bought Ronaldinho and I'm trying to sell him for 1.2 million coins profit. If we pull this off, it'll be my biggest singular flip of the entire year. Now, we'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at yesterday's content on Friday in objectives, starting off with what I think is one of the most fun cups that we have had all year. The legendary Legacy live event where you have to use the 3-5-2 formation to get all these rewards, and the rewards are solid. You've got 50,000 coins up for grabs in here, along with a 1 of 2 Trophy Titans Team 1 player pick, and the group reward, which is an Evo that builds on top of one of the free Evos we had as a part of content yesterday. Two-way player 2, two-way player 1 is in evolutions. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. But guys, this game mode is fun because of the way you have to play with a 3-5-2. Also because this tournament or this live event is a short matches mode and it's only 3 rounds. So I literally played 5 games because I won in my first attempt, then lost, then won 3 in a row in my second attempt, which you have 10 attempts per day and it refreshes every single day. So there's plenty of attempts to get through that. But I did all of that in an hour because of the short matches mode. It is super fun to play. The rewards are super worth it. And I had a blast. Guys, the gameplay with the 3-5-2 formation is completely different. Like when you and your opponent are both using that, the game feels like a totally different game. Like that's the best way that I can describe it. So I highly recommend playing that mode, even if you're not super competitive. I think it's one that you can get done over the course of the week and get those really good rewards from it. Now, also, we in campaign objectives yesterday, we have a Winner Circle 1, which gives a Trophy Titans Team 1 player pick, and the completionist objective for the Winner Circle 1 and a Winner Circle 2 that'll be out next week. That gives a 90+ Trophy Titans pick, which is pretty crazy. And we've got 2,000 SP inside of this Butragueño objective under the campaign tab as well with some extra packs. So make sure you check that one out. But maybe the biggest objective in terms of Evos yesterday is the Formation Excellence. A lot of people are talking about max 91 evolutions. This is where those are at. There's a Max 91 Evo here called All Around Impact, which gives you +2 and +3 overall in your stats, not overall, on the stats of the card for a 91 rated player, which is pretty nuts. There are some stat caps here, as you can see, but like Bobby Charlton goes up to 92 pace and 92 passing with 91 shooting on that card with a nice boost right there. There's going to be so many super dope cards that are 91 rated that are going to fit into this. Sorloth goes up to 93 dribble, 88 passing, and only +1 overall. So this is the first, I believe, 91 evolution that we have in the game, and there's a whole bunch of second playstyle plus boosts as well that you can give these 91 rated cards. Mbappe is now evolvable in this game as well, which is pretty wild. So that's all the objective content that we had yesterday. It was a pretty busy day over there. Next, we got to go to evolutions, where we had that max 89 striker evolution. It's called Empress of the box, and it's a good Evo. It's not crazy, like out of this world insane, but for 100,000 coins, I think it's solid. Max 89 overall, max 93 pace, and 90 physical. Takes you up to about 92 pace and shooting, and most cards come out of it with 91 or 92 dribbling as well, like this Josh Sargent here. There's a little bit of a passing boost, but it's not super crazy, and you do get a 5-star weak foot. I think the ticket with this is find somebody who's already got pretty good passing and needs a little bit of a shooting and dribbling boost, and you're going to find that this Evo gives a very nice boost for that. It gives Finesse Plus and then Quick Step Plus as the 2 PS Pluses, and some other very good playstyles as well. This is going to be great for chains. And speaking of chains, in this Evo, the 87 Winter Wildcards Cruyff can be chained. You put him in Finesse Shot, if that's your preferred playstyle plus, to get on him after the low driven. Then you put him into the Welsh Wonder Strike, which is in training camp. That takes him in 92 pace, 90 shooting, 90 dribble. Then you can put him into the Empress of the Box for 100K, and he goes to 93 pace, 91 dribble, 92 shooting. So that's a really solid Evo there for Cruyff. But as you can see, there's a lot of really good Evos for this Empress in the Box Evo that we got yesterday. Now, that wasn't the only Evo we had. We also had a free evolution called Two-Way Player 1. Again, this is the one that coincides with that Two-Way Player 2 in objectives. This is a free Evo for left mid or right mid players that kind of makes you a box-to-box. Now, there are some defenders like Digne that fit into this. He actually looks really, really good, and I would contemplate putting him in this Evo if you could get a different second playstyle plus first, like an Intercept or an Anticipate on that card. That'd be really good. Also, I randomly found this Leao that I have in my club that I haven't used forever. He goes to 85 defending, from 31 defending up to 85. So that might be like crazy overpowered. Who knows? A Rafael Leao attacker card with 85 defending. That's really intriguing there. But for a free Evo, it's a really solid boost. Really interesting one there. And then, of course, it coincides with that Evo in objective. So that was yesterday's Evo content. Actually, that was not all the Evo content yesterday, because we had the Rolls Evos returning yesterday. As you can see here, they're still 10,000 coins a piece, but they're max 94 overall, which is sick. And they're repeatable 16 times every 3 days. That's dope. GG's EA for finally releasing those Rolls Evos again. We love to see it. Now let's go to SBCs, where a lot of people are talking about the content yesterday with Trophy Titans. We have 2 of the biggest player SBCs that we've had in terms of big name icons and heroes of the year. We have Kaká and Eden Hazard. I've already completed the Eden Hazard. What an SBC. Now, Kaká is good as well. I think the stats are slightly underwhelming here for the price, but it's Kaká, and he's got striker position, so a lot of people are going and doing it. Amazing playstyles, amazing playstyle pluses for this card. He's got really great roles as well. Advanced Forward ++, False 9, Playmaker Classic 10, and Shadow Striker. The issue is the price. The price for Kaká is coming in at 773,000 coins. As you can see, he is only 32% upvoted because that is 14 squads. But as you see here, people are doing Kaká and Hazard both, because there's 3 90 rated squads inside of Kaká. And if you take a look at 91 rated cards in the market, they really went up yesterday. This is a sign for sure that people are doing this Kaká and the Eden Hazard because of the 90 rated squad requirement there. So Puteus from 19K all the way to 28,000 coins. Even 89s and 90s are holding their price pretty well because people are doing this SBC and needing to buy those cards to finish up those high rated squads. Now, the Hazard SBC, which we've kind of already mentioned, that I've already completed. Guys, this one was the better value SBC on the day, maybe more emotional for some people, and only 7 squads for a card that you get to Evo in the future as well. That's really the hype with the Eden Hazard. I have to say, he was pretty good in game as well, but for 370,000 coins, it's the current usability plus the future Evo ability that makes this Eden Hazard, with the dynamic image, of course, reminding you of his Chelsea days, being one of the best FIFA cards in the game. I think of FIFA 19 Team of the Season. What a card that was right there. For this 370,000 coin price tag, it is definitely not bad. He's got 7 base playstyles, which is what I found interesting. It's almost like EA left the playstyle slot open, so because they know that you're going to want to Evo him in the future. So 377K, he actually does fit Evos. You can see one of the most popular Evos people are searching up right now is this Eden Hazard in the up to speed Evo from the season pass. This gives him +3 shooting, +1 passing. I don't know if that's worth it for the +2 overall, but that's a card I I think that is very worth doing and holding on to for future Evos, and the fact that it's Eden Hazard, it is just cool. So GG's EA yesterday. That was a really great SBC. The other SBC that would be tied in my mind as the other best SBC yesterday would be the Guaranteed Trophy Titans Team 1 Upgrade Pack, which refreshes every single day, and we get to do it twice. This SBC with an 84 squad and a Team of the Week and an 87 squad single-handedly made Informs go up to 16,000 coins yesterday. Guys, Informs are selling for 15 to 16K. So you can see here on my transfer list, I got a bunch of sales right around there. And that was unbelievable after they were about like, what, 12 to 13,000 coins during the week, maybe a couple of lazy sales for you guys over that. But this is making the investment in Informs look really, really good once again. I would pay 12,000 coins flat. I know we said 11K was our ideal price, but with how much those Informs went up yesterday, I think people are going to be investing. And we do know this is one of the last weeks for Team of the Week. There's this one, and then there's one more. So I think 12K is okay to pay for Team of the Weeks for this week, but you've got all weekend to try to buy those cards. Again, watch out for that Trophy Titans pack to refresh yesterday or tomorrow. Same thing with the 83x14 and the provisions pack. So the 8314 probably was another reason why Informs went up, because that's requiring an Inform every single day. But our nice upgrade packs are back. Now, the last SBCs that we have to cover from yesterday would be the Bruno Fernandes Player of the Month. He was released yesterday. It's actually a pretty solid card and a pretty solid SBC because of the price. Only 100,000 coins for the Bruno Fernandes. If I could sort by recent here, and it would show me the most recent SBCs, it'd be easy to find. Yeah, Premier League Player of the Month, Bruno Fernandes. Only 5 squads and 100,000 coins for a 90 rated Tiki Taka Lodriven plus Bruno with 92 passing. Very solid card there. And then finally, we have a showdown for a game in the Argentinian League that is happening today. So if Marcon or Martinez interest you, that game is happening today. Now, let's talk about the promo team. This is what a lot of people are discussing right now in this game, is these promo cards from Trophy Titans, because they're icons that are actually packable. Now, we talked about this. We knew this was going to be happening, but still seeing it happen is crazy. Now, I'm looking at an 11 million coin card there to check the price of Ronaldinho as I'm about to relist him. But when you go to the bottom here and you see players like this Nesta, that's the most usable Nesta that we have had in a long time, ever. Maybe you would say that is a crazy, crazy Nesta card. And he's only 200,000 coins. He was actually just 210,000 coins, 215K, and he's up to about 250 to 260, where he's probably going to keep rising. These cards are in very high demand. And guys, I'm going to say it, they are semi-packable. I opened a bunch of packs yesterday on stream. I had a bunch of saved up packs, specifically like Gauntlet rewards, Division Rivals rewards. And I didn't pack any of the huge big names like Zidane, Dino, Alex Morgan. But I packed a lot of the fodder cards like Nesta, Sol Campbell. Yeah, Prinz is annoying to pack multiple times. But I packed like this Carlos Puyol for 20K. And now I'm like using him in the 352 Cup. And I'm like, whenever this guy fits an Evo that I want to put him in, I'm going to do it because he was really good. And I never get to use Carlos Puyol because he's always unusable. But that card's actually really good. This promo team is just full of fun players. And they're cheap, so they're fun to try. And there's a certain aspect to icons like this being cheap that's just fun that you don't often get to see. And I think that's one of the reasons why the market is crashing as much as it is. Now, this was expected. We knew that these new icons, especially the little bro, the baby versions, were going to be pretty packable, and that was going to make them pretty cheap on the market, because this is a promo where icons and heroes are actually packable compared to normal ones. But it's still kind of crazy to see how cheap the cards are. And even for like the really expensive 3 Playstyle Plus cards, like even some of those don't feel that expensive to me. Prinz, 3 Playstyle Pluses. Finesse, Low Driven, and Game Changer. This is a card that I would love to pack. The big sis Prinz, not the little sis, but 3 Playstyle Pluses all in the scoring department with 95 shooting. That's going to be a card that hits the back of the net like every single time on demand. So that's what I'm really interested in with these cards. Now, there is a couple of intricacies with these that I do want to discuss with you guys. Like if you're trying to find, let's say, Sol Campbell or Prinz on the market, since they have 2 versions, what you're going to have to do is get a little bit tricky with the max and minimum buy it now. So right now, according to Footbin, the big bro, Sol Campbell, sells for 55,000 coins. Let's say I'm trying to get one on a deal for like 50K. because I know I can probably get one there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my filter up to try to exclude as many of the lower level Soul Campbells as I can. The lower level Little Bro Campbell sells for 33,000 coins, and this one sells for 53. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my maximum buy now to 53 and my minimum to 45, and I'm going to go back to the 59th minute by pressing R1 as fast as I can. And as you can see here, we're going to skip a lot of these 88 Soul Campbells and get to the 59th minute in not that many pages. Now there's a guy listing up a whole bunch of these here, but now boom, we're at the 59th minute. You can see 55th minute, 52K, 53K, and this is where you're going to try to find an undercut. Boom, 49,000 coins. I'm actually going to buy that because this is where we'll discuss the lazy listing method. Guys, I've been buying Soul Campbell for the past hour at 45 to 49,000 coins, and I've been selling him with no special things added to the card, nothing else. I've been selling him for 57 to 60K, 69,000 coins. I got a lazy sale on one of those as well. Because there's so many of these Soul Campbells on the market and people are confusing the two of these together, it's hard to find the specific card that you want. So when people are like, wait, I want this one, but when they search up Soul Campbell, they see this one. Oftentimes you see them just finding the cheapest Soul Campbell that they see when they're looking to buy the card, and they'll buy it. It's called lazy listing. It's been a method for a super long time. So like I bought this for 49. I'm going to list it up for 60K. Obviously, as you saw, he's selling for about 55 to 53,000 coins on the market. So that's the method right there. And that's how you search up those cards. Now, you have to still be careful. I can't buy Soul Campbell all day today for 50,000 coins and list them for 60 to 65K and hope to get sales, because his price probably will drop. I do expect these icons to rise up a little bit today. Like that's why I bought Ronaldinho, right? I picked him up for 9.2 million coins after seeing him yesterday sell for 12 mil, get a price range update to 14, and then sell for 11 mil for a number of hours. He went down to 9 mil. I think this card is probably going to be 8 mil by the time we get to the middle of the week. I think that Soul Campbell is going to end up being 35K by the time we even get to later today on Saturday. But still, when this card drops down to 35K, this card might be 20K, and you can buy this card for 30 and list it for 40, 45, and still get lazy sales. It's going to work the best on the weekend during Foot Champs. But that is kind of the OP lazy listings method. It works with so many of these cards. It's not just Soul Campbell. I bought Prince for 190, sold for 229. She's still 190 on the market. You can do this with cards like Berbatov, a very popular player that a lot of people want to use. He doesn't have any other versions, but for some reason, these Trophy Titans cards, icons and heroes, just lazy sell really well. And the best way to, again, describe and list and tell you what lazy selling is let's say you buy Carlos Puyol for 20,000 coins. You just list them up for 25K. That's literally it, because people want to buy this card and they're lazy. Instead of searching for the lowest price, they just buy the first one that they see. And usually you get these sales as the cards are about to expire from their 1 hour listing. So like 13 minutes left in the Soul Campbell, I would expect him to sell in the next 5 to 13 minutes before he expires, if he's going to sell. So we'll keep a watch on the coins at the top right and see if any of these Soul Campbells sell, and then we'll be able to prove the point right there. Now, with these icons getting as cheap as they are and being as hype as they are, it is impacting the rest of the market. Can we take a look at some prices, guys? This market's getting cooked. Harry Maguire, 270K yesterday. By the way, these Answer the Call cards exploded in the past 2 weeks. He has gotten cooked. He's down at 160, just went up a little bit to 180,000 coins, but that's a 100,000 coin drop for his card. My Con from 350 yesterday down to 200,000 coins. Huge drop off in price yesterday. That's an unbelievable drop off in price. It's not just defenders. Eto, Foot Birthday, 1.3 mil, down to 1 million coins. Batistuta from 1.3 mil, down to 1 million coins as well. This is definitely more of an impact because of really good attackers like the Striker Evo, cards that are being created through that. Of course, you've got the Hazard who can play Striker from the SBC yesterday, Kaká who can play Striker through the SBC as well. But a lot of prices on this market have gotten cooked, especially like this Endrick fantasy card. I mean, he's back up now, but he was down at 1.8 million coins. Foot birthdays are getting cooked in price right now too, because there's more tradable supply being hit as people level up and get SP. They're now able to get that tradable player pick at level 13 in the season pass, and that is making some of these cards go down in price as well. Overall, the market is dropping because of good content, good SBCs, good Evos, and pretty cheap and affordable and very interesting promo cards that are on the market. And I think that prices are probably going to continue to slide. Now, I think this part of the market intrigues me though, and that is Road to the Finals. Now, these cards dropped yesterday, but we've got games this week for the Champions League, and that means there's opportunity for these cards to go up. I'm still looking at a card like Hincapie. I'm looking at a card like Shwameni, like Sorloth, McAllister, and if you take a look at some lower budget cards like for the Conference League or for the Europa League, Sar, Richards, Sancho. For the women's side of things, Vicky Lopez got cooked. 160K for this card seems great to me. Bull, who's deserving of an upgrade. They claimed an upgrade and they advanced to the semifinals. She is a really low price right now. Paredes is a really low price too. So I like the Road to the Finals. I don't think it's risk-free, but the closer that we get to the games this next week, the more that I think those cards can go up. Speaking of lazy sales, did I just sell a Sol Campbell? 61K. Remember, that was a Sol Campbell that I had right here at a 62K and a 61K. Bang. That is exactly what lazy listing is. And once again, just to show you, Sol Campbell is showing on Footbin as 54,000 coins. I probably could list him a bit higher. As you saw, I had some sales around 69 and 67K. So that is how you do the OP listing method. Even in a market that is dropping, it's these cards that people are interested in the most, and they are buying those cards. So that's kind of the certain stage of the market that we're looking at right now. I'd be careful holding on to too much, but also on the other side of things, I don't know if content is going to go up from here, because I feel like we peaked yesterday with the levels of content with a Hazard, with a Kaká SBC. How can it get too much better than that? Now, we'll just have to wait and see. We're going to have daily Evos and daily player SBCs. That's one of the things that EA said literally yesterday on that little pop-up screen in game that I was a bit intrigued by. I was like, wow, they're committing to a lot of content during the next 2 weeks of this promo. And let's talk about that. What are we getting today on Saturday that would make things interesting? First of all, on the official website, EA posted that we're going to get a Flash Rush event today. There's also a Red Bull Mystery Ball live event. That sounds like a hashtag ad piece of content that EA is going to be putting out, but there's no live event showing right now in that tab that would tell us what that's going to be. It's still just World Tour Silver Superstars and then the Season 6 Triple Threat League. So we'll be on the lookout for that one. But I think today on Saturday, we'll get a Flash Rush event, probably with the player reward and some packs. But as you can see here, daily squad building challenges with a mix of Trophy Titans Juniors, Moments, and more, including Showdown SBCs. Now, we've seen some of the leaks. If we were to guess on what player SBC we would be getting today, my guess would have to be Salgado or maybe Ramirez. And Ramirez is a very popular card that a lot of people were watching and hoping to see get an SBC soon, because he's just like Hazard in the fact that he could be a card that fits evolutions soon. We've got a Canu card that could be released today. Neuer is allegedly an objective. Ford, Wijnaldum will be a part of things as well. And I think the showdowns, since we've got 1, 2, 3 more showdowns to get yet for Champions League and Europa League matches upcoming this week, I know those matches are on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I wonder if today, tomorrow, and Monday we will get Showdown SBCs each day. So that's going to be kind of our daily SBC content that we will be expecting with the Showdowns, maybe a Trophy Titans SBC or 2 in the next day as well. And then Evolutions, EA said as well that daily Evos were going to be a part of this promo. Now, we don't have an Evo leaked at this very moment in time, but every time in every promo EA say daily evolutions, like think back to, I think Foot Birthday, they said daily evolutions, and maybe Winter Wild Cards as well. We get a lot of chain Evos, like the good chain Evos that you can put, you know, +2 or 3 on certain cards and get some stats boosted up really high, or some of those Evos that are repeatable like 20 times and they give like +2 passing, right? With a cap of 90. Those Evos can create some of the best chains in the game. So if we do get some more of those, that would be crazy with some of these big Evos that we have currently. And since we're nearing the middle to the end of the season pass, some of those bigger and better season pass Evos too, which is going to create some really good chains. So really not a whole lot of news on what those Evos would be looking like, but definitely daily evos are a part of today's content on Saturday as well. Other than that, guys, it's a little bit of a mystery, which I don't mind. Saturdays have been bringing us some decent content as of recent weeks, so we'll see if there's any surprises today. SBCs that are expiring today do consist of the Lothar Matthäus. We got a Women's Champions League marquee matchups. We do have an 88 plus mixed heroes upgrade pack that is expiring as well. Tomorrow on Sunday, we'll be looking at this in the video tomorrow. The Encore Icon player pick, the second one, does expire. And I'm trying to check the pack code really quick to see. Yeah, there was a new 88 plus mixed hero pack that was added to the code just 2 days ago. It does include FUT birthdays, so FUT birthday heroes would include players like Mycon, trying to like company, that'd be another one that would be inside of there. So that's something to watch out for. We could get a new hero pack today, and then maybe another icon pack on Sunday tomorrow. We will just have to see. I'm going to try to sell this Ronaldinho, guys, because we're looking at literally 1.3 million coin profit now because I raised the price up 100K. I will absolutely be tweeting that out if we complete that sale, because that'll be my biggest sale and most profit made on a single card this entire year. 3 playstyle pluses is making some of these big boy icons expensive, but I wouldn't hold on to these. I wouldn't, because I do think they're going to drop today from weekend league rewards and some supply that will probably come in from a couple of store packs here or there. Remember last week on Saturday, the Road to the Final cards dropped off crazy in price because EA dropped a tradable store pack that guaranteed one of those in the store pack. So watching out very closely to see if that happens for some of the middle tier and top tier in this promo team. And guys, the low tier, I know that some of them are already like minimum price already, but this Puyol is probably going to go to 11, 12K. I know, crazy. That's going to be super cheap, but he's so packable. Prinz, Shearer, already down there at min price. Verone, same thing. Thuram probably going to drop as well, even though it's a hype card, crazy card, really, for 185,000 coins. Probably still going to drop in value. So definitely watch the market today and be careful out there with what you're trading with, and don't be holding on to too many cards, but at the same time, get those flips going, man. People are buying cards, prices are moving, and that means there are coins to be made. Now, if you enjoyed this video today, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in a video tomorrow to see what EA drops for us today. We'll cover that and look forward to Sunday of Trophy Titans. Have a happy Easter as well if you guys are celebrating this weekend, especially tomorrow on Sunday. I'll see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Saturday. Peace out.